Okay, guys, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the show. This is Real Coaching in Real Time, number 21. Been doing this now for, 21 weeks. I think I missed a couple weeks here and there. So, been doing it for quite a while at this point. Going to keep doing it. You guys are loving it. And this is exactly what it is. It's real coaching in real time. I have no earthly clue what these gentlemen today, yes, I have three gentlemen. I'm sorry. It's all guys today. I have no idea what they are going to tell me or ask me. That's why I love this. I get my blood starts pumping. I'm like, what are they going to say? What are they going to say? Right? What am I going to say? Oh no. So that's why I love the show. Real quick, I did decide to do another webinar. I did the webinar on the 2021 goal setting, which is still out there available. I did the webinar on circle prospecting, both of those which were just complete fire. Like that my house burned down. I had to rebuild it. It was just the game didn't exist after I did those two. And I'm going to follow up with a third one. This is like to complete the trilogy here of a weekly email webinar. This thing's going to be like the beast of all beasts of webinars. I'm really going to make this thing special, and you guys can register for that. It's going to be April 30th. Okay. I pinned a comment right there, and I pinned a comment right there in the comments. It's also in the description of this video. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys there, because I'm going to really just go deep as I can about this weekly email thing that has somehow mysteriously helped me sell 100 properties a year in my sleep since 2017. I've been selling 100 properties a year, just so you guys don't know, since 2014 as a single agent. But since 2017, I haven't made a single cold call. My email has just continued to produce that amount of sales. And it's literally the foundation of everything I do in my real estate business, right? And it's just one of my major tools, man, in my tool belt. That's how I grew my personal brand for real estate. And it's just like I want to scream it from the rooftops. I just want everybody to know this is what you need to do, kind of deal. All right, so be there, be square, and I hope you guys enjoy. I want to bring out our three guests today, one at a time, introduce themselves and all that good stuff. You guys let us know where you are from in the comments, if you would, please, so I can see who we're working with today. We'll start with Christian.
Hey everyone, Christian Pearson. I'm with the Jennifer Landro real estate team out of Landro Realty in Green Bay, Wisconsin. I've been in real estate for 2 years, part-time. I just started jumping in full-time. Had to look up this joke. I'm not really a jokester, but the dad joke of the day is smiles is the longest word in the English language. It's miles, the first and last letters are miles apart. Smiles.
Oh gosh.
Smile.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Man, this is one reason why I am kind of joking when I say you guys can tell a joke. It's almost to make you guys laugh before the show. This dude went and pulled up a dad joke. Okay.
Hey, dad joke of the day. I didn't know if I needed to shave the mustache or not for this. Didn't know if that was too confident, but I kept it either way. So let me know if I should keep it or shave it.
Okay, this is the introduction that keeps on giving. Okay, guys. I cannot wait for this conversation and where this thing's going to go. All right, bro. Looking forward to chatting with you in just a sec. Cool. Let's bring my guy Dave out.
Hey guys, David Lorette here in Denver, Colorado, the Mile High City. Been selling real estate for about 3 years. Joined Ricky's team about 6 months ago, and just loving every minute of it. I also have a dad joke of the day. I didn't look this up, but I was told it was a dad joke. Why is 6 afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9. Really?
Oh God. Oh
yeah.
gosh.
No.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Chris is going to do better. The next guy up.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You have some big shoes to fill, bro. You have some super big shoes to fill. Okay, bro. I don't know what to think about this show so far. I'll talk to you in just a second. Chris.
What's up, guys?
Where
Preface,
where 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 are we at on this whole thing, man? Like, how are you feeling so far?
I'm feeling great. I'm definitely not going to tell a joke. Just for the sake, I think they've covered that.
How can
Guys,
you?
I don't think I can
You
match either one of
can't.
those
There is
for sure.
nothing you can come even close. So tell everybody who you are, where you're at, how long you've been selling.
What up, guys? I am Chris Gaston. I sell here in Atlanta, Georgia, with Keller Williams. Been in business 5 years, and really a big fan of Ricky.
Awesome, man. Yeah, good to meet you. Looking forward to chatting with you in just a sec. Cool. So those are three it's not contestants. It's like this is a talk show, guys. Okay. So these are guests. These are our guests on the show. And if you would like to be a guest on this show, right, just email me, right? Just email me or DM me on Instagram, and I will put you on the list to bring you on. Be sure to give these three gentlemen a large like smash. Smash that like button as hard as you possibly can. Smash it like 3 or 4 times. And maybe accidentally hit the subscribe and the bell and all the stuff that comes right there in that same little area, if you would, because basically the bottom line here, if you've never seen me or this is your first time watching a video or something, I'll never try to sell you anything. I'll never try to sell you a course. I'll never try to sell you a script, an action plan, nothing. Not going to sell you anything. I'm just going to tell you exactly what I do and what I've done to build my business to a 7-figure business. And it's really an automatic business because it's all past clients and referrals at this point, still bringing in that 100 deals and $1 million. And I'm actually, when you build it the way that I built it, it enables you time at some point when you want to turn it off and just coast with those past clients and referrals. It allows you time to go build other businesses, which is what I am doing in a big, big way. So cool. Glad we got all this out in the open. We're all on the same page here. I like this. All right, let's bring Christian back.
Sorry, I had to take mute off.
That wasn't a dad joke, was it?
It could be. Did you?
All right, cool. Well, yeah, man. What is it that I can help you with today, brother?
Yeah, man. I've been doing real estate, like I said, for 2 years, part-time, working full-time while doing it, for something completely different. And, one of the things that I noticed towards you is that you really care about people and you're really not trying to sell things. And when I first started following you, everyone says that, right? That they're not trying to sell things. So one of the questions I had related to what you do is, do you find yourself calling people at a certain time of day, certain time of week that works best? Or you regardless of time of day and day of the week, are you just making calls on the regular?
You mean like if I'm a real estate agent and I'm trying to build my business?
Right. Like, yeah. Are you picking and choosing better times of the day to call people and making other times, for whatever it may be? Like for calls specifically, are you going at a certain time of the day more?
No, absolutely, man. This is a great question. I'm glad you brought this up. So there's a lot of things to think about, right? With this is actually more insightful of a question than you're probably thinking. But, number one, when you're trying to pinpoint the best time to make calls, it's really a waste of time. Okay. Because I've never tried to pre-qualify if someone is eating lunch or at dinner or, having a bad day or, exercising, or I don't know. There's a lot of different things, right? So you should be calling hundreds of people every day, and like there's like a percentage of those it's not going to be a good time. Percentage of them it's going to be a great time. A percentage are going to be mad. A percentage of whatever. Those percentages in my mind are going to be pretty similar regardless of what time of day you call. Now, maybe you have a little better pickup rate, at this certain special time somehow, some way. I don't have time to worry about that, right? I'm trying to run my business here, okay? So there's that part of it where it's like, no need to pre-qualify. Let's just do it, okay? So then when we take the fact that when we make our calls doesn't matter out of the equation, now let's enter into when's the best time for us to make calls. Because now it's not about them. Now it's about us. When's the best time for us to make calls? So when I think about when it's the best time for me to make calls, I'm thinking earlier in the morning when my mind is sharp, right? I want to be on top of my game. By the time I eat lunch, you don't realize it, but you become mentally fatigued little by little throughout the day. You don't even realize it, but you're not as on top of your game as you are, say, 9 to 12. And so that's my favorite time is 9 to 12. Let's go deeper with it, right? A lot of people don't like to make calls. If they say they're going to make calls between 1 and 4, their day can get away from them real quick. And before they know it, it's 5 o'clock and they didn't make their calls. And oh no, I'll do it tomorrow. But when you make it the first priority in the day, okay, and you knock them out, you have a sense of euphoria at that point. Like when you become addicted to that feeling that you accomplished what most people won't even think about trying to do, and that you crush that, and you still have a whole half a day ahead of you that you can go crush way more things, right? You've just completely annihilated the day. Like the day is literally doesn't exist anymore. Like it's, you completely, decimated the day. So there's a couple things. One, never pre-qualify. Do it when you want to. Two, let's do it in the morning when our mind is sharper. And three, we want to do it in the morning because we want to knock out that activity that we know is the most productive, that we don't like the most. We want to knock it out first so that we feel good and positive and great about what we accomplished. Man, listen, you got to get addicted to making calls, right? And the only way to get addicted is to make those calls. And at the end of the call session, regardless if you get leads or not, something in you has got to feel good about the fact that you took that action, right? Something about you. Your blood starts pumping before you make calls. Your heart starts beating. You get that sensation before you make the calls, butterflies in the stomach, and then you make the calls. You need to get addicted to that because I tell you right now, would you rather do that or would you rather mop floors or roof houses or work in a restaurant? It's like I hate making calls, Ricky. I don't want to make calls. Well, do you want to mop floors? Do you want to go get a job because you didn't succeed and now you got to go get a 9 to 5? You want to go flip burgers at somewhere? Do you want to serve tables? Do you want to roof houses, work on an oil rig? Do you want to do that instead of making calls, or would you rather make calls instead of doing that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I'll say too, like when I first started, I was so afraid to just even get on the phone and see what people were going to be like. So what I do now is I'll watch some of your videos with the live callers of other brokerages and just kind of see how their conversations go. And honestly, people are either going to be on the phone, want to be on the phone or not be on the phone. That's really all it comes down to is can you talk to them or do they want to get on with their day? And if they do, then you make it short and sweet, but otherwise try to make that connection and make something matter of it, whether it's real estate or not. At least getting on the phone and talking with people and having genuine conversations.
You saying you watch live calls of other brokerages? Is that what you said?
With your live calls with other agents.
Oh yeah, live call. Yeah, with other agents and stuff. Yeah, those are
real calls. I feel like some of them are scripted online.
Those are some good call sessions, man. Those are some good call sessions, man. Them things are fire, man. That's real life is what that is. That's real life is what's going on in those sessions. That's like this show right here. This is real life. You're not gonna get other coaches and stuff to do this kind of stuff, man. You're not gonna get other people to do this kind of stuff and do live calls. No, you look at other people's live calls and it's a recorded video that they posted. What does that mean? They could have done anything they wanted with that video. They could have edited it however they wanted to. They could have been their mom on the other end. There's no telling what they got going on over there. I'm not saying that's what they're doing, but I'm just saying, why not go live? Go live. A little shout out to all the coaches out there.
Do you find that when you're making a connection with someone, right? And on that phone call, gets to the point where, they're wanting to stay in touch with you. Do you find that actual in-person appointments are happening now? Like, hey, let me take you out for coffee. And they say yes, or do you find that the first appointment is showing you the house?
No. That's out of the question right now, right? You don't know how that person feels about what's going on in the world and stuff. There's no need to even go in there right now. Let's wait till if you guys go back to my videos, you'll see like I'm all about doing lunches with clients. Like back in the day, that was my thing. I'll buy you lunch. Like I used to advertise, you want lunch? I'll buy you lunch. Let's go have lunch. It won't even be about real estate. I just want to have lunch just to hang out with you for a second and get to know you. And that goes a long way. I won over a lot of clients like that and built my database. I mean, a lot of my database and repeats and referrals come from those lunches. That's a big thing for me. But right now, you can't even go there with that right this second, just because even though some states might be completely open and stuff like that, there's still a lot of stuff happening, and it's just not smart, I don't think, quite yet to really start trying to go there with people. Everything's needs to stay as virtual as possible for this moment, right? And I think too, like over the next 60 days, I think we're going to see a huge shift in all this. Like as there's widespread vaccines and people have their choice to or not to, and we have the more people that actually catch the virus, and we're heading more towards a herd immunity. There's just a lot happening over the next 60 days, I think, that's going to get us close to a back to normal status. In my mind, 60, 90 days out, we're going to be in a completely different world. And I think then might be a good time to do that. So just my thoughts are to not right now, but when we're opened up, you better make that part of your arsenal. Lunches, coffee's like whatever, like coffee's like a waste of time. Like you want to talk to me with some coffee, like not during a meal. Like a meal is like you're gonna sit down and have a meal anyway. So why not have a meal with me, since you're going to spend that time anyway? But a coffee's like out of my way. It's in between meals. I'm too busy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Do you think people are more like even nowadays, and now I would say pre-COVID, of course, but are more receptive to going to lunch with the real estate agent that they just got cold called on or whatever? Like, did you find that people were okay with meeting you the first time that way?
For me, the lunches came from more of people I had rapport with, right? It was like, hey, it's Ricky. How you doing? Cool. Enjoying the days in the gorgeous. Yeah, look, I just don't take it too much of your time. I saw your house or I saw the house sold in your neighborhood. Then if there's anything other what I could do for you, the whole script, get their email. Boom. I'm doing the weekly email. And then like one of two things happen. They respond to an email. We go back and forth, build a little more rapport. I'm like, hey, want to catch some lunch sometime? Or one thing that I used to do a lot was I would just say in my email, like the email blast that I send out, I would say, hey, lunch on me. Anybody in the world, let me know when. You know what I'm saying? People would be like, well, some of the agents would be like, well, what if like everybody wants to have lunch? I'm like, good. You know what I'm saying? Good, right? Let me book up the rest of the year with lunches. You know what I'm saying? Let 356 people hit me back and want to do lunch, man. I'll do lunch every day with a client. You know what I'm saying? So that was part of it too. I would put in the email. I put it in my weekly email. That was one of my strategies. And also gift cards. I would give gift cards out. I would say, hey, reply to my email for your chance to win this $100 gift card to a restaurant, to this real nice new restaurant or whatever. And 300 people would email back. I'd pick one winner. Then I would reply to every other one of them and say, thank you so much for responding back. Is there anything I could do to help you? Would you like, I'm sorry you didn't win, but I'd love to take you to lunch and stuff like that. And you're really engaged. That's part of the thing too. Like I see people doing the giveaway things, right? Like giveaway things. And they'll get all this data from the giveaway things, and then they'll just plug that data into their database and start getting them on their follow-up like machine, but they don't engage with those people at all. They don't like on the giveaway programs, like the giveaway things that you do with the gift cards and the this and the that. I don't know what you guys are giving away, but whatever it is, when you get that data, call that list and say, hey, thank you for entering into that contest that I did. I'm sorry you didn't win, but here I'm Ricky. Nice to meet you. And is there anything I could do to help you? I don't know if you noticed on the registration form, but I'm in real estate. And is there anything I could do to help you there? Do you have an agent you work with? Whatever the case may be, and engage, man. People want to skip that part of it. They just want to do the part that makes this thing automatic before they have a brand built. People want to do the automatic thing before their brand is built. Look at what I did. I made 100,000 calls, built my brand with a weekly email, and then I shut it all off for the automatic stuff to happen. After the brand is built, people are trying to do it in reverse. They're trying to get the automation thing going on before they even put the work in to make the. They're not even calling the people that do the giveaways with, much less cold calls. You got to engage with these people, voice to voice, one-on-one. They got to feel it. They got to hear it. They got to know it. They got to like it.
Makes sense, man. Yeah, I think, for me, just being full-time now and getting back into it, I'm just trying to make those connections on the phone. And with the leads I have, I've started a weekly email. Like, I have been following you just for a little bit, not too long, but I've been starting to implement a lot of things and been getting a lot of positive results. So
yeah,
appreciate that. Yeah.
Cool, man. Cool. Anything else I could do for you today?
Those were actually the only like super genuine questions I had. A lot of the other stuff has been covered in other videos. So I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Hey, good to meet you. Nice to have you on the show and everything. So we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, man.
Talk to you in a few minutes. Yeah. All right, guys. Hey, let me stretch out a little bit for the next one here. Get me riled up over here. You guys smash the like button for me, and let these guys know you appreciate them coming on the show and asking all these really good questions, man. This is started out good. Started out a little bit shaky, I gotta admit, but it's coming around. It's coming around. Dave.
Yeah, man. So Ricky,
how you doing, brother? How you doing?
Doing perfect today. It's a great day. Great day to be in Colorado. Great day to be in real estate.
So you're like the face of EXP, huh?
Yeah, right here.
So what can I do to help you today, brother?
So I've been doing the weekly email for probably a year and a half now, and sometimes I just struggle with coming up with what to put in that weekly email. The bottom is always the same, right? It's always all right, new listings, what look in Littleton, look in Denver, look in Aurora, what can I do to help you? It's that top part, that has the picture and the story underneath it or something. I don't want to pull something generic off of realtor.com or Zillow. I want to have original, unique content that they can't find somewhere else. What do you suggest?
Well, so you're looking for like a picture, right? Is that what you're saying?
Pictures and the story, that the content that goes underneath that picture. What am I going to talk about this week? Listing of the week.
Do this, man. Do this. I don't know if you watched my video on the weekly email ideas. Did you hit that up?
I did, yes.
Yeah. I mean, it breaks it down to where you could do it in four different weeks. You got restaurant of the month, you got listing of the month, you got stats of the month, you got article of the month or event. Okay. Right. So, I mean, did you catch that when you watched that video?
I did. I kind of forgot about that part, that you can break it into 4 segments. I've been doing listing of the week. I've been doing, but I haven't really been doing the others. So I appreciate the reminder that's what.
Yeah, because everybody, like you're going to mention a restaurant, and then you're going to tell the story how you went in there and what you had and how great it was and the service and everything, the great experience you had. You're going to tell your story. Right. See, people love stories, right? And so that you tell your story of going in there and say, listen, reply back for your chance to win a $50 gift card, dinner on me. Okay. You could do that every month. You could do restaurant of the month and reply back for a gift card. Every month you could do that, right? And then the second week is the listing of the month. This is your favorite deal right now of the month. This is the one you really love, right? Here's the story behind it. This is why I think it's such a good deal. Here's the comps and here's the that and here's the this and boom, this is why I think it's so great. Again, a story, right? And then the next week can be stats of the month. Whereas you've got your analytical people that want to see those stats, that's that section of your database.
Right.
So when you have that, you're doing all the stats. I mean, like you got stats from somewhere, your local board, your state, your somebody that you get your stats from every month, and you can share those stats. Everybody be looking for those stats every month. And you can give your 2 cents, your story on those stats, like what you think about it. Like, man, look at these stats. This is what I think. Man, hadn't we come so far from last month? And then you could have an article, a story, an event, a festival, something like that last week. You know what I mean? So when you break it down like that, you're really only looking for one thing per month, because there's plenty of restaurants. There's listings every month. There's stats every month, right? So those 3 are in the bag. And then really all you're looking for is just one article or something interesting. And that one can actually be just a little story that you tell about something, who knows?
Yeah.
Right? So you could break it down like that and start doing that. Like I tell people this, they have trouble finding content. You can break it down in 4 weeks per month and just figure out what you think would be cool. What are 4 cool things, and then you could just do it over and over every month.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
The next thing is Inman has had like a 4 or 5 part series on the inventory shortage in the country, and everyone is bumping up, running into the inventory shortage. What do you think is going to happen? I mean, is this going to get even tighter? And I know you don't have a crystal ball. I just want Ricky's.
Listen, here's the punchline. It absolutely doesn't matter a hill of beans. Like it matters so little, right? What the market's going to do, because you can't control what the market's going to do,
Sure.
right? Here's what we can control. How many people did we talk to today? How many new friends did we create in the market? Did we do our weekly email? Are we posting a little something on social? Are we following up right? Are we doing all the things we're supposed to do? You know what I mean? So like for me, because this is like you guys are beat me like a dead horse with this one, like the inventory and the listings and it's so hard and all this. Listen, quit thinking about deals right now, right? Just stop thinking about deals right now, right? Just if you're having a problem doing deals, quit thinking about deals, right? And I promise you, it's called the universe, right? It's like when you're trying to find your keys. Where's my keys? I lost my keys. Where's my keys? You're like, oh man, I can't find them. I'll just quit looking for them for a second. And then bam, they're right there in front of you, right? I promise you, it's the same thing. The moment you quit trying so hard to get a deal done, you're going to start knocking down deal after deal after deal after deal. When you turn your focus from doing deals and getting listings to meeting people, making friends, and seeing what you can do to help them.
Okay.
When you change your focus from doing deals to just meeting people, making friends, and seeing what you can do to help them, and adding 5 new people to your database every day, I promise you, you're going to do some deals, and you're going to do a mountain full of deals, right? So many people, man, I'm telling you, like so many people are hitting me up about this. Like, can't do a deal, need now business. What's going on? Effort per deal right now for a new agent, not Ricky. Heck, the deals are rolling in for me. I got the brand built. But for a new agent, effort per transaction, all-time high. Never seen it so bad. But I'll tell you this, effort per relationship created, same as it's always been. Right? Let's go. Create those relationships, because let me tell you something. If you look at this business on a 3 to 5 year scale, not a today, next week, next month, even this year. If you look at it on a 3-year scale, if you look at 5 new friends a day that own property in the market, you get their contact information and made a great first impression. They start getting that weekly email. That's going to be 100 in a month, 1,200 in a year, 24, 3,600 people in a database getting your weekly email that you talk to, that you made friends with. That's 3,600 friends that own property in your market. You know how, can you imagine? Can anybody say that their business would not be massive with 3,600 friends that own property in the market that are getting a weekly email from them? Right? It's inevitable. There's no way that you're not going to have one of the largest businesses in your market. There's no way that that's going to happen, and you're not going to be crushing it. No way. Right? And so when you look at it like that, it's inevitable. If you do the 5 friends per day model, right, and the weekly email, that you're going to have one of the largest businesses in your market in 3 years. Who cares about this year? Who cares about this month? Who cares about getting lit? Oh, listen, you're so hard. Who cares? Go get 5 new friends every day and ask them what you can do to help them. Okay, you don't want to sell right now because the market is what the market is, right? Because if you sell, you can't replace it with something else. Fine. Let me get your contact information. I'll stay in touch when this whole thing turns around and we'll do some business. Right? Okay, number 2 friend for the day. Oh, you got to do something because you're in trouble, right? You got to do something. Well, let's go. Let me help you real quick. Boom, there's a closing. Let's go to number 3. Not ready, not going to do anything, never want to do anything. Cool, let me stay in touch with you. Cool, boom, in the database, right? Most of it's going to be future business, but if you start focusing on the relationships, the now business is going to start dropping.
Yeah. Thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Well, I mean, thank me. You asked me what the market was going to do, and I didn't answer the question. So how are you going to thank me for a question I didn't answer?
Well, you said because I don't want to talk about the market. I want to talk about what you can do. I can't.
Well, of course. But what's the market going to do? I think it's going to continue to be tight. It's going to continue to be tight. The Fed's talking about keeping the interest rates low for a long, long time. They could change their mind tomorrow. They can change their mind tomorrow, but they're talking about keeping interest rates low for a long, long time. Inflation is really kicking in, right? It's starting to really happen. All the talks about inflation that we've heard all our life, now it's really happening. Like now it's really happening. Lumber's up 200% since last April. Like like inflation is happening. Inflation happens I'm now convinced through experiencing this market that inflation comes down to more of a supply and demand thing, right? Because I always wondered, how does inflation, why does inflation happen?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, prices just go up, things just naturally go up. No. They can't make enough milk. They can't make enough, wood. They can't make enough products. They can't make enough cars. Boats, dude, they're selling used boats right now for the price of a brand new boat right now. Wow. Right? That's how out of whack supply and demand is right now, and where all this inflation is coming from. I think it's going to continue to be like this for a while. So I think we need to sit tight, strap it up, and get ready to rumble. We need to get used to this market. Let me tell you something. You get used to this market, you can crush any market. When this market turns around, it's going to be a cakewalk.
Makes sense. It makes sense. I know that prices are skyrocketing in more than just houses these days. Everything's going up. You can't get new mountain bike components. They're all Shimano's made overseas. They're not here. They're not in the United States. You can't. It's a 12-month.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's like where'd all the people come from that are buying all this stuff all of a sudden? It's like, what's going on? But that's the way these economies work.
Yeah, they got government money. That's what they got, the stimulus checks. And now they got to spend it somewhere.
Doesn't matter, bro. What, everybody's mountain biking now? Come on, you know what I'm saying? Not everybody's riding bicycles. Okay, sorry. It's wild. It's wild out there, bro.
It is.
Cool, man. Anything else I could do for you today?
No, man, just keep doing what you're doing. It's helping us do what we need to do. So
yeah, nah, word, bro. Word. Good talking to you, bro.
Thank you.
See you soon.
All right, Rick.
All right, guys. Whew. All right, let me get the old neck rolled out and get ready for this last one, man. You guys, this is a workout. Let me tell you something. Chris.
Yes, sir. I've enjoyed listening to you guys and listening to your answers, Ricky. And if I could, I just want to share, piggyback kind of on the market. Something I heard the other day, I forget who said it, but they said people don't buy because of the market conditions. They buy because of what they need. So every agent's focusing on the market, and you just need to be focusing on your people. That's all I got there for coaching. I'm not the coach, but that's just something that read with me. And furthermore, with Ricky, when I maybe start listening to you about a year and a half ago, And I was like, is that real? Is that real? And as soon as I stopped trying to get a deal or trying to convert somebody, that's when it started to happen. So I can echo and agree with that. And I guess going down that lane, I've seen the tactics. I understand the tactics, and I'm much more of a mindset guy. And I like to look at successful people and kind of see like, okay, what are they doing or what are they thinking that's different than maybe what I'm doing. So Ricky, you've been successful for what feels like forever now to most agents that look at you. So what's that mindset, or what's that? One of my things is consistency, because like I'll put 6 or 7 under contract and then I kind of chill a little bit. And or historically, I mean, in 2021, my word has been consistency. But from you, somebody who's done it so long and at such a high level, what is that thing that makes you consistent for so long?
Well, dude, because for one thing, anything that somebody has going on in the window of time that we're in the middle of right now in the present, right this second, is literally nothing in the whole scheme of things. You know what I mean? So like when you say 7 deals, like for me, like even if it's just not about money, it's about being better than I was yesterday. You know, it's just like continuing to push. Like, can I be better than I was yesterday? So like when I look at, even if it was about money, okay, even if it was about money, okay, look, there's a thing called $1 billion out there, and $1 billion ain't nothing to some people, right? Elon Musk, he could give you 10 billion right now, and it would not change his lifestyle one bit. You know what I mean? So money's unlimited. Okay. So when you think about 7 deals, let's just say that's like 50 to $100,000. You pay taxes on that and you live or whatever, you ain't got nothing. That ain't nothing. That's nothing. Right. And that takes care of this window of time right now. Right. Just this window of time right now. What are we going to do tomorrow in that window of time? What are we going to do the next day in that window of time? What are we going to do in the next window of time? I'm always looking at 3 to 5 years to 10 years out. Right. I'm always looking up to 10 years out. Right. Like I want things to be taken care of for a decade, out. Now I'm actually seeing where over 10 years, I could actually have my entire life taken care of. Now I'm looking so far out, I'm thinking lifetime and even generations ahead of me kind of deal. But I think it comes from forward thinking and like thinking about, 3 to 5 years out instead of just right now. But even if I'm looking at right now, see, I look at right now, like, how can I get better right now? And then I look at 3 to 5 years out, like, how am I going to take care of my family 3 to 5 years out? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Dude, it's just something that's always been inside of me, man. I've always just wanted to be better. And, like when I learn something, I learn it one time and I got it forever. And so like it's a stair step, I'm going, I learn something, boom. Right. And then I'm up here and then I learn a little something else and then boom. I never go down with my knowledge or what I'm trying to. So when I lost everything back in 2005 to 2008, when I didn't sell any real estate, I was working on an oil rig, I was sleeping in my car. You can look at that situation and think, oh, he went like that. But the thing was I didn't. I actually was going like this, because people look at their first year of real estate and they think, I only sold 5 properties. I had an agent today I had a coaching call with an agent, and she was telling me she did 5 deals her first year last year. And we talked. And at the end of the call, I was like, you need anything else? You good? She's like, good. She's like, let me ask you something though. She's like, those 5 deals I did last year, that's kind of like, that's not that great. And so I said, are you kidding me? There's people that don't sell anything. People that don't sell nothing. But I said, what you're not valuing is you learn how to write contracts. That's worth $1 million. You learn MLS. That's worth $1 million. You learn how to talk to people. You got a database going. You got a foundation put in place. You got experience with those 5 deals of how a deal actually works in the process. Think about how there's so much more to it than just the deals or what your bank account says or how many, there's so much more to this in terms of personal development and being it's all in your mind. Like everything is up here and you literally are whatever you want to be right here. Like, for example, if you, like in my mind, I had a 3 to 5 year plan to be the number one agent in my market. Okay. And my plan was this, like I saw the whole thing unfold. My plan was this. I got back in the business in 2008. I saw foreclosures were big. There were like 3 foreclosure agents making 40 grand a month. And I was like, I want that. And so I did all the research and I was like, all right, I'm going to go learn how to be an REO agent and I'm going to get these foreclosures. After I realized everything they had to go through to become an REO agent, I was like, heck no, I'm not going to do that. Right. And then I noticed those foreclosure agents didn't answer their phone. Whenever you try to call them about one of the listings or whatever, they never answered their phone because they didn't have to. The bank was giving them all the listings and they knew it was going to sell. Everybody submitted their offers, online. So they didn't have to do anything. They literally just signed some paperwork. They didn't have to answer their phone. They didn't care about anybody. I said, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go out there. I see how this game's played. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to represent the buyers on these foreclosures. I'm going to develop relationships with these buyers. In 2 to 3 years, when these properties go up and there's no more foreclosures, these buyers are going to call me to sell those properties and buy another property. There's 3 deals, and then refer 3 people to me. There's 6 deals, right? There's 6 deals right there. And the foreclosure agents that don't answer their phone, you ain't never going to hear from them again when foreclosures are gone, right? And I saw this all happening in 2008. I saw the whole thing, and I saw how it was all going to unfold over the next 3 years. And in my mind, right then, 2008, when I got back in the business, I only made 80,000 that year. I was in my mind the number one agent in my market in that year, even though I was probably one of the bottom agents. In my mind, I was the number one agent because I saw 3 years out of how the whole thing was going to play out, how those relationships were going to put 6 deals apiece in my portfolio. And those foreclosure agents weren't going to have a leg to stand on because they have no customer service. And that is what happened. So when you start thinking on these 3 to 5 year intervals and you've been through a few cycles and you can actually play this out in your mind because you know what's going to happen, bro. It's like what I just said to Dave, I think it was. I can't remember which one it was. It's just like I said, when you're picking up 5 new relationships a day, and you know that 5 relationships a day in 3 years is going to be 3,600. You know where you're going to be in 3 years. You know where you're going to be. There's no doubt. There's no doubt. It doesn't matter if the market crashes. It doesn't matter if the market crashes or prices go down or interest rates come up or, supply demand goes the other way or, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happens. We know for a fact, regardless of what happens out of our control, where we're going to be in 3 years, right? It's the same thing. Every single person can visualize where they're going to be in 3 years. And then at that point, not have a care in the world about where they are right now because it doesn't matter. We know where we're going to be in 3 years. But the thing comes back to your key word of the year, consistency. You got to get those 5 people every day, right? Or whatever it is that you're trying to do, you got to do it every day for those 5 years to get there.
Yeah. I mean, that makes too much sense. And really, I mean, what I hear from all of that drained down into like one sentence is it's not even like relationships over transactions. It's relationships over everything.
Everything.
Wow.
Everything.
Wow.
Everything. Dude,
Okay.
everything. Dude, when you wake up and people call you that, let's just say you're not a coach, you have 0 chance to make money off another agent, and an agent calls you just for advice, and there's no way you can, capitalize monetarily off of this situation, but you still help them. That's when you start winning in life. When you help people that have no way of getting anything out of it, right? It's one thing when you say, oh, relationships over transactions. I want to help people. That's a business thing. I'm going to help people who can actually get into my database and I could potentially make money off them. But that's great to go through that stage of this. But if you want to take it to the next level, get out there and start helping people no matter what, right? Clients that left you and chose a different agent. I've had this happen. Clients that left me, chose a different agent, and then call me for advice during the deal. I give them advice, right? I give them advice. The more you give the universe, the more the universe will give you. And I am walking proof. I promise you. I
Well,
came up with this saying a long time ago. The more time I waste on people, the more money I make. Now that's bringing it back to money. I know. But that's the only way I can say it in a way that people understand what I'm trying to say. Because people say, I don't want to waste my time showing buyers that might not buy. I do. I will. I did.
well. So yeah, you took one of my other questions about going down that road. Wow. I guess here was another question I haven't, because I've watched a lot of your stuff, so I've heard a lot. One thing I haven't heard, or at least somebody ask you, is what's something you're struggling with? I mean, because you seem to be doing so great. I mean, I follow you on Instagram. I see you're getting the health game. You've got the family. You've got the business. Like, what does Ricky Carew struggle with?
I think the same thing a lot of people struggle with, man. Everybody to a degree struggles with patience, like I know where I'll be in 3 years, but the road is so hard, man. The struggle is so real. Um, None of this stuff is easy. People act like, oh, it must be nice. Yeah. Yeah. Come over here for come over here for an hour. You know what I'm saying? And deal with what I deal with. The organization going on in my head to keep up with everything that I have going on is the next level stuff. And so I have to balance myself. That's why I quit working at 5 every day, so I can try to balance my mind between spending time with my family and relaxing to where I can work at that high level every morning and throughout the day. But success is such a boring process. People can't stomach. I think that's one of the biggest reasons why people don't succeed, because sooner or later you realize how simple it really is. It's not like you have to come up with this invention or do this amazing thing or learn how to dunk a basketball or do something. You don't have to do any of that. You can be a real estate agent, which has been done by hundreds of millions of people over the history. You can be, you can do things that only, that success only really comes from just maintaining a simple routine and doing it for a decade. And people just can't stomach that same stuff day in and day out. You know what I mean? So the patience, even though I've gotten a lot better at it, man. Like in 2015, when I wanted to make a meal, and I went through that, and that was the year that I learned patience. But I've been working on it every year since. So that's a part of it. And two, like the unorganization, unorganized. Like I'm organized and I handle it and I juggle it, but like, yeah, like I got, the unorg because I do a lot myself, man. And then like I should delegate more. That's something I've struggled with, I guess. I probably should delegate more, but I've gotten better and better with that too. I've let a lot of stuff go, a lot of stuff, man, over these past couple years to people. So yeah, man, a lot of the same struggles everybody else has, just at a different place.
Fair enough.
And two, I'll tell you this. I'll give you this one. Diet,
Mm,
right? Diet's a big struggle for me. Huge.
mm.
I struggle with it every day. Staying on a diet, doing what I'm supposed to do with my diet. That's probably one of my biggest problems, to be honest with you. Your diet has a lot to do with your performance. Your diet has a lot to do with your mentality. It has a lot to do with your mood. And I struggle in that department. That's probably one of the places I probably need the most help. But I'm very disciplined to a certain degree. And I do the best I can do. And a lot of times, man, listen, in life, we're not going to be perfect. We just got to be the best we can be. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy. I can tell you that. I'm probably one of the happiest guys you'll ever meet. as far as like personal happiness goes. You know what I mean? But I still know where I struggle and where I need to work on, I try to work on those areas. What a show. I mean, what, dude, this was like record breaking stuff. I think this
it
is one of
started out with those terrible jokes.
I think this is one of the best shows. You know, all the shows have their own little different twists and turns and greatness to them, you know. If somebody asked you like what's your favorite show, it's kind of like asking what's your favorite breath, you know, the one you're taking right now. So this is the show we're doing, and so this is my favorite one. So, oh man. Anything else I could do to help you, bro?
No, man, you've given me
You sure?
a lot to think on and act on. So I appreciate
man.
it as always.
Yeah, man, for sure. For sure. Let's bring all 4 of our guys back out. Give you guys a nice little wave. Chris, where can they find you, man?
You find me mostly on Instagram, Chris_Car Group Atlanta. And I'm posting on there 15, 20 times a day. I don't know how Ricky responds to everything I send him and everybody else's, but somehow he does it. So I'm always on there, and that's how I kind of keep my level of consistency.
Cool, man. Dave, where can they find you at, brother?
I'm at David Lorette Realtor on Instagram. David Lorette Realtor. Last name's is Leeret. I don't know if you can see it down here, but
yeah, I think we can see that on YouTube. Yeah. And Christian, where can they find you, bro?
I'm also on Instagram too. My handle is YoKP. It's YoKayP.
Cool, man. Well, guys, I gotta say, man, I enjoyed hanging out with you guys for an hour here and sharing with everybody. I really appreciate you guys coming on, and I'm always here to help you no matter what. So you guys stay in touch, and I'll be back, guys, Tuesday. I've got a nice little live call session lined up for you. I may or may not do this show next week. I've got another event I might have to do. So you guys will know it because I won't be here, or I will. So, but I'll definitely be doing the live calls next week. So I'll see you guys then. Till then, take care and let's